Just as I started moving over towards the other building, I saw I saw a suspect coming out of the freezer from inside the the kitchen area. So I watched him, and he moved around in the kitchen and messed around with his pockets like he was putting items into his pockets and into his backpack. Stuck my head around the corner. When I did, he came right at me. He was walking right at me inside the building. So I waited, and soon as he stepped outside the door, I just turned, game warden, on the ground, show me your hands, and he immediately just dropped right to the ground.
We believe he's been doing this for years and years and years.
How many years?
Approximately 27.
How many burglaries?
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I would say well over 1,000 burglaries. He took off in the woods approximately 1986, and obviously it's easy to see that he did it to survive. Did he articulate that? No, but I mean, it's plain to see that's what he did. He was doing it to survive. Everything that he stole was to survive. Food, clothing, shelter, that type of thing.
Trooper Vance had showed a photograph that has been disseminated all over central Maine of this suspect. Put the picture in front of him and asked him if he could identify who was in that picture. He turned his head and he looked at the photo, and he stared at it for a while, and I was watching him and watching his eyes, and I knew right off that there was more to this. So I asked him, I said, when was the last time you have seen a picture of yourself or looked in a mirror? And he looked at me, and he didn't know what to say. And I waited, and then he finally said, I've seen my reflection in the water a few times. He has no mirror at his campsite. Trooper Vance turned to him and said, how do you shave? Because he's clean shaven most of the time. He says, no need for mirror to shave. So he hasn't seen a picture of himself in well over 20 years. And he's seen his reflection in the water a few times. And that was all he said.